Cancelo needs to leave this season and we need a new left back.
Hey guys, and welcome to another video. I'm Lewis and above me is Jordan. Today we're going to be going over the Real Madrid preview, the biggest game of the season, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure you guys are as well. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button with the notification bell turned on, just so you get notified every time we release a new video. You guys are smashing it on the subscribers, and we're really buzzing to see our community grow. You guys obviously talking in the comments a lot. We always try and reply to every single comment, so yeah, that's we're buzzing about that. And also give the like a video, just helps other City fans find the channel. The more likes we get, the more City fans find the channel, the bigger the community grows. So yeah, that'd be much appreciated. Yeah, so let's get into it then. The biggest game of the season, as I said, I think you guys will probably agree. And I want to start off with Cancelo. Now, he's not had much game time this year. Definitely not as much as we all expect. Obviously, he's coming as a right back, replacing Danilo, and he's challenging Kyle Walker. Now, Kyle Walker's had a very good season, and yeah, Cancelo's basically just not been able to get in the team. Were there rumours of sort of like some issues behind the scenes early on in the season? Maybe, but basically what's happened is it turns out that we've had a mint left back on our hands all season and we've just not used him. Now granted, he's only played there twice and he's played there against pretty poor teams, but he's done really well, hasn't he?
I think the performances that he showed in like the last two games has obviously made everyone's head turn. I think there was a lot of people like in the boat of Cancelo needs to leave this season and we need a new left back. You know what I mean? So we'll need a right back and a left back. However, him playing these last two games has turned everyone's heads. Like, everyone's almost like gutted that we haven't seen this before, and we have seen him play left back before, and he didn't do too bad either. Yeah, I just don't think we expanded on that. Especially we have Mendy and Zinchenko who have both been decent, and then I think more recently, obviously Zinchenko's made more mistakes, so that's why we've seen Cancelo come into the side more. And it's meant I'm buzzing, and I'm also gutted at the same time that we've not utilised this player the way that we should have. And when you say about behind the scenes stuff, I think there was something going on behind the scenes. I think Pep came out and said that maybe, I think it was attitude related, and I think then post COVID and lockdown, since Project Restart, I think his head's like switched and he's turned on a bit more, and I think he's now ready to fight for his place at City. And obviously it must be difficult when you're playing under Kyle Walker, because Kyle Walker's had a really, really good season, so there's not really been a chance to drop Kyle Walker to bring Cancelo in. I agree.
Here's a question for you as well. Do you reckon as the season's gone on, he's sort of looked at it and gone, Cancelo I'm talking about, do you reckon he's looked at it and gone, these two guys at left back haven't been doing too well, I might be able to get in here and actually, like, you know, do a job and you know, maybe stay at City, and maybe, because I've seen people on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram all saying now that maybe we don't even need to sign a left back now, maybe Cancelo can stay there. So maybe Cancelo's sort of cottoned on when he's seeing Mendy make mistakes like he did at Wolves, when he's seeing Zinchenko make mistakes like he did at Southampton. Maybe he's thinking to himself, hey up, alright, I came here as a right back and I'm not getting in the team, but actually I can play left back, and these two guys here, I'm better than them. So maybe he's actually thought to himself, after sort of Project Restart, I'm going to get in it. And obviously he's played the last two games. He's good at starting against Real Madrid. And maybe he's just thinking to himself, now, let's knuckle down and let's try and make this left back my own. But yeah, the reason that we've started off with him is because obviously it's a massive game for him. He's not a left back, he's a right back, obviously. Is there much difference to it? I don't know. But obviously it's a massive game for him. I wish him all the best for the game, because obviously it's a massive game. And some people could argue that he's playing for his future at City with this one game, arguably. So yeah, a massive night for him. And another massive night for someone else is Gabriel Jesus. Now, we talk about him a lot on this channel. Now, we don't slag him off or anything. We just sort of go on like an emotional roller coaster, up and down all the time. But what we need from him tonight, obviously, if you're watching this game, obviously, I'm assuming you're watching this before the game and you're not watching after it. But what we need from him is just a solid performance. Now, we don't need fireworks, but we just need him to not be bad, right? We need him to, when he gets the ball back to goal, get the ball, control it, and pass it off. Because what we need in this game is to control the ball. So that's all we need from him, really.
When you say, yeah, we don't need the fireworks, we just need that little spark in it. You know what I mean? We don't need the full thing. Yeah,
nice,
we don't need the full thing in it.
Because sparkler. We don't need that big rocket.
Yes, yeah, we just need sparklers from Gabriel Jesus. Like, we don't need him to do massive amount of work. We don't need him to do like some mad stuff. We just need him to play the ball. Gabriel Jesus is very guilty of holding the ball for too long and then losing it. So we need him to just play the passes a bit sooner, because, like you say, all we need to do in this game is keep the ball. And Jesus has been talking in the week and stuff and saying about how he didn't have the best game in the first Real Madrid tie, and obviously he did score, but he did obviously miss a couple of good chances. And I think that's the story of Jesus' season is he scores, but then misses a lot of his chances.
Yeah.
So I just want to see more of a clinical side to Jesus in the game. I want him to step up, and I want him to just play well in it, because at the end of the day, we don't need an outstanding performance from Jesus.
No.
In this game,
we just need to play 7 or 8 out of 10. The thing is, no Sergio Ramos, Kevin De Bruyne is going to be playing. We are going to create chances, and Jesus is going to get probably a lot of them chances. Now, if he gets a lot of them chances, doesn't take them, and we end up going out, he's going to get basically the full blame. That's how it was going to end up going. Whether you like it or not, that's just what City fans will end up doing. If he ends up missing loads of chances and we get knocked out, he will get the blame. So what we needed for him, keep the ball, pass the ball, and then if you do get a chance, you got to bury it. You got to bury it, Jesus. I'm afraid that you got a big night. A lot of players have got big nights, and some of them are playing for the future at the club. So, like I say, I'm wishing them all the best, because obviously, why would you not? I'm a City fan. I want them to do well. I want the club to do well. But yeah, it's going to be a big night, and a big night. And some of you might be surprised at what I'm about to say, and I think you agree with the comment, and we discussed it earlier. Is what we do in centre midfield. Now, a lot of seasons, throughout the season, we've discussed whether it should be Rodri, whether it should be Gundogan, should there be two, should there just be one of them. And for the most part, we've said there should just be one of them. But for tonight's game against Real Madrid, I'm saying that we should play both Rodri and Gundogan. I don't know what you think.
See, that's a big U-turn on the way that me and Lewis usually work this stuff. Like, I think for a lot of time, we've always said, nah, it doesn't work. But I think, like, as it's progressed, we can see why Pep does it, and like we've said many times on like the podcast and on like these shows, we've said that it works against the bigger teams. We've seen it against Liverpool. It does work against the bigger teams that will pressure. It just doesn't work against the teams like Norwich. We're just going to sit back because you're wasting a man in that midfield, because they ain't going to pressure like a big team would.
Yeah.
So it does work for us in them situations, and with us needing to control the midfield and keep the ball. Playing these two together will be great, especially if they can both work well together and know their roles in that situation, which I think like now they must have got the hang of it. They've done it enough. Against Real Madrid, it should work really well, and especially like if we do need to maybe turn it onto attack and not make some subs to do that, Gundogan can push. I don't favour this at all. Gundogan can push forward a little bit, and he has played there a lot. Which obviously I don't favour that at all. It needs to, for me, it has to stay the two centre mid, because like we've said it loads of times, like Gundogan is a 6. He plays really well as a 6. Anything else, he's wasted. He just disappears. And then Rodri obviously is a 6 as well. So they both need to play in that role, but they both need to make sure they don't step on each other's toes. Sometimes they kind of you can kind of see that there's a clash between them. But hopefully, like since the Liverpool game as well, they looked really well when they played that, and they control the game.
They did control the game, and what will happen is we'll keep the ball, which is, remember guys, what we need. We don't have to win the game tomorrow. We can even lose the game tonight, sorry, because obviously this video is going up tonight. We don't have to win the game. We can draw the game. We can even lose 1-0 and we still go through. The difference is if we play both of them players, we'll keep the ball, which is better because we'll have the ball for longer of the game, and you can free up Kevin De Bruyne. Now, the one downside to that means David Silva's not going to play in potentially what could end up being the last game of the season if we get knocked out. But you're going to free up the best player in our team, Kevin De Bruyne, to just focus on attacking play. You know what I mean? You don't have to demand that he gets back and help defend. Of course, you're going to want him to come back and defend, but his focus is going to be purely on attacking. If you go for this formation where you only play one holding midfielder and you play David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne, you're going to have to ask both of them players, David, who's obviously tiring and aging, and Kevin De Bruyne, to come back and do defensive work. Do you really want to do that?
It's a sacrifice.
Also, do we need to really go that ham attacking when we're already winning 2-1? I don't think we do. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. I know some of you won't agree, and that's fine, but comment on the video. Let us know your thoughts, because we're always proper interested to see what you guys think. Alright, let's move on now to Real Madrid, what they're going to offer. Obviously, Zidane is a manager. They've won the league. They could have come into this in high spirits. Gareth Bale, though, big news, not in the squad. And also, we're hearing that Eden Hazard might not play.
Really?
He's in the squad, but I don't know. This is just coming out there. I'm getting messages saying he might not play. So, I don't know. What do you think they're gonna throw us?
Well, they've got to go at it, haven't they? They've got to throw everything at it, really, because that first goal. The thing is, for them, like I think you said this last time. Like the thing is, if we score, they've still got to score 2? Is that a situation?
Yeah, so we
score. They're still in the same plate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter for them, but them getting that first goal is massive. If they get that first goal, that can change the way we play the game completely.
Yeah.
And for me, they've got to go for it. Obviously, they're losing the tie, and Ramos has come out with some big stuff saying that they're obviously because people are writing Real Madrid off apparently. That Ramos has been like giving it the big, and you know what I mean, saying that we're going to get the full flex of like Real Madrid and stuff, even though he's not in the side. I do expect big things from them, and that will make for a really exciting tie because it's something like we don't see very often because we play like these teams that just sit back against us. I don't think they're not going to do that. They're going to go at us, and it's going to be insane attacking football on the field.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Really interesting to see how Real Madrid actually approach the game, whether they just try and sort of ease their way into the match and then sort of go at it in the second half, or whether they just go full pelt from the get-go. I'm not sure. It's going to be an interesting game, but yeah, they have to score 2 goals. No matter what we do, they have to score 2 goals. So if we score, they still have to score 2 goals. If we don't score, they still have to score 2 goals. So it's going to be a really, really interesting tactical battle. I'm really looking forward to watching it, as I'm sure you guys are. All right, let's move on to our lineup. Did we actually agree the same lineup for this? I'm sure we did.
Yeah, we both went for the exact same lineup.
Is it the first time we've agreed on the lineup?
I think it's only ever happened twice.
Oh, is it? Okay, fair enough.
Usually it's very close to fair. Usually it's just the Gundo Rodri switch in it. That's usually what we do. But yeah, so we've got Edison at the back, Laporte, Garcia as our 2 centre backs. Cancelo, as we've said, play left back. Walker right back. We've been smashing it this season. We've got Rodri on this like picture that you'll see on screen. Like the formation is 4-3-3. However, we just not change that. It needs to be like 4-2, like the 4-2-1, whatever it is. We need this 2 centre defensive mids of Gundogan and Rodri with De Bruyne forward, which is good because De Bruyne can then attack their defence, which would be sick. I can't wait to see that. And then Sterling, Mahrez, and Jesus up top. Which is a really strong side.
That is a really strong side, and obviously you've got David Silva to come off the bench, 20 minutes to go to keep the ball if we're still winning. You got Bernardo to come on to do exactly the same thing. I know that a lot of you are going to disagree with the Garcia thing, but obviously I just feel he's our best defender. I don't think he's been rude about it. He's not causing any issues. He's just come out and said, "Look, Gaffer, I'm Barcelona fan. I'm young. They want me. I want to go back. You know what I mean? I'm not going to make no stupid demands. You know what I mean? So why not play him? Well, why are people saying, "Oh no, fuck him, get him out of the club"? You know, whoa. He's a young lad. He's 19. He's from Spain. He's a Barcelona fan, and Barcelona have said, "You want to come and play football for us?" He knows that next season he's going to be second choice at City, or he can be second choice at Barcelona. I mean, if you're a City fan and you're playing for Borussia Dortmund and you're backup centre back for Borussia Dortmund, and then City say, "Come and be a backup centre back for us," You're gonna go to City, aren't you? So for me, he's our best centre back. He's been playing really, really well ever since he started playing. So for me, I just pick Eric Garcia. I know a lot of you guys will disagree, and that's fine. Obviously, we all have our own opinions. What I would say though, if you disagree, tell me who you would pick other than him. Would it be John Stones, or Mendy, or Fernandinho? Don't tell me like we're wrong that we're picking Garcia, because I know
you have to offer up a solution.
Yeah, I know I know other people think that we're wrong. That's fine. You have your right to opinion. So do we. But let us know who you would pick instead, because I'm interested to see out of those guys who think that Garcia shouldn't play, who you'd pick instead. I'm interested to see what the majority of people go for.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Okay, and finally, what is the predicted score?
So I've gone 2-1 City. Obviously, same score from the reverse leg. I don't know why. I don't really have any like evidence to this. I just like
you just sort of picked it out.
Yeah, just picked it out in there.
I mean, that'll do for me. 4-2 aggregate win, and we go through to the next round and knock out Real Madrid on a 4-2 aggregate. That'd be insane. I would have took that all day long.
Mega that. And then obviously you've gone for 1-1.
Yeah, I've been a bit more conservative, but I think we will go through, because at the end of the day, guys, we have to go through some really bad situation for us to get knocked out. Look at what's happened. We got 2 away goals. They have to come and score 2 goals and us not to score. I just don't see that happening. So that's the reason. A disaster has to happen. A disaster has to happen, and if a disaster does happen, you want to tune into the post-match reaction, because we'll be slagging someone off. Someone will be getting it big time.
Yeah, we are doing a live watch along for this game, by the way. So make sure you hit us up later on tonight, and then come and watch us. It's gonna be an insane game, the biggest game of the season, and it's gonna be absolutely mad to watch. I think the shed will be shaking along with me, because I'm going to be shitting my pants.
Yeah, the emotions will be running high. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you're new, with this notification bell turned on. Smash a like if you think City are going to get through this tie. And thanks a lot for watching. See you later.